In this video, I'm going to share with you a few tips how you can boost your confidence on camera. Hey everybody, Katie Lance here, founder and CEO of Katie Lance Consulting, the Get Social Smart Academy, and author of the book, Get Social Smart. And it's episode 175 of the Get Social Smart show. And today I want to share with you a few tips for getting a little bit more confident in front of the camera. Now, one of the things that you guys know, if you've been following me on YouTube or Facebook or any social media for any period of time, you know I'm a big believer in the power of video. But for a lot of us, when it comes to video, we don't like how we look, we don't like how we sound, and then we don't do video. And some of you have heard me say this many, many times, but this is what we look like, this is what we sound like, so we need to get over it, right? So how can we actually boost our confidence to get on camera a little bit more? I'm going to share with you some of my favorite tried and true tips and tricks in this video today. Number one, be prepared. Want to be prepared. So I don't necessarily script my videos, but I always have a sense of what it is I'm going to talk about. I have a few notes. I always think about it ahead of time. Maybe it's through a post-it note or just a couple things that I'm going to think about ahead of time. Be prepared, know what you're going to say in the beginning, the middle, and the end, and that can help your confidence in a big way. Number two, practice. So as much as sometimes it might feel a little awkward to practice in front of the mirror or in front of somebody else, practice saying the words out loud. So whatever it is that you want to do a video about, or maybe you want to do a Facebook Live, especially when you first get going, practice a little bit. You know, you think about your favorite shows, especially if you've ever seen a Broadway show. You know, the cast of Hamilton doesn't just show up and go, hey, let's put together a show, right? It has taken hours and hours of practice. So a lot of times we think, oh, we'll just wing it, but practice really does help. One of the things I do is usually before I get ready to do a video, if I'm fixing my hair or makeup, I will just kind of talk out loud, talk it through out loud what it is that I want to say, and a little bit of practice really makes a big difference. And when it comes to video, the more you get on camera, the more you do it, the easier it gets, right? It's like a muscle. Number three, smile. You gotta smile. You have to have some energy. So however you get your energy, whether it's, drinking a cup of coffee or listening to some, fired up music, whatever it might be, you have to smile. And I recommend smiling before you hit that record button. So smile, hit record or go live, however you're doing video, and that makes a big difference. And having that energy definitely makes a big difference. Okay, number four, keep it simple. I recommend when it comes to video, if you want to be more confident on video, keep it really simple. And what I mean by that is you don't need a whole lot of fancy equipment. Most of my videos when I first started out were just with my iPhone and a simple $20 tripod. You don't need a whole lot of fancy equipment. Now we have evolved. We now have an awesome video editor. We have a great camera. We have a whole lighting thing, but you don't need that. When you first start with what you have. Keep it simple. Start with your phone. If you want to invest in an inexpensive tripod, I've got one that I love. I'll recommend. I'll put the link below. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, we'll put that on the link below so you can check that out. But keep it really simple. In fact, you may not even need a tripod when you first start. One thing that definitely makes a big difference when you are shooting video though is your angle. So if you notice right now, I'm looking right at the camera. A lot of times when people first start doing video, they're looking down or they're looking up and it's just this really awkward angle. So play around with the angle before you actually start recording. Make sure your eye level. Sometimes you might need to put a stack of books up or kind of rearrange your desk situation wherever you're doing video to make sure that you're looking straight at the camera, not necessarily yourself. Look at the camera and that will make a big difference. Okay, number five is be comfortable with your clothing. This is a biggie, especially for females, and I would imagine guys also, but just be comfortable. Wear something that makes you feel good. I like to wear solid colors. I don't necessarily wear a whole lot of bright colors on video. I will wear a lot of, like black or gray or just solid colors, so it's not really distracting. But I also know what feels good, what's comfortable for me. So however you're most comfortable, be comfortable with what you're wearing. And the more videos you do, and this is a tip that I learned from being on stage too, the more I'm on stage, the more I know what fits well, what works well, depending on your body type and what you're most comfortable with. So wear something that you're comfortable with, that moves well, that makes you feel good, and that's a small thing that can make a really big difference. I actually have a bonus tip for you, and my bonus is clean your camera lens. Clean your camera lens. So especially if you're doing some video on your phone, it's amazing how dirty our lens gets just from, holding it up and being outside. So clean off your lens. Sometimes that small thing can make a big, big difference. Okay, I would love to hear from you. Are you creating video or Facebook Live content? Let me know in the comments below. And if you are not, I would encourage you, now is the time more than ever to get on camera. Like I said, a lot of us get nervous about how we look or how we sound, but those things that I talked about today, those are a few small things that can really make a big difference. All right, for more tips, tools, and strategies, and by the way, if you want some more tips on Facebook Live specifically, we're going to drop the link to a few of our past videos. We did a whole series over the last few weeks all about Facebook Live, so if that interests you, make sure you check those out. Let us know if you have any questions below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well, because we have new videos that come out each and every week. And again, for more tips, tools, and strategies, we'll see you over at KatieLance.com. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day.